Hey guys, what's going on? It is Sam here and welcome to my player imports help video. In this video I will tell you everything about player imports to get you started and to make the most of it. Okay then, so once you're actually at the player imports, which is located north of Portserim, you will see this interface at the top of your screen. I'm going to go through it and just tell you a bit about it. So the first one shows you all the resources that you've actually got at your player import. As you can see, I've got 1k chimes, which is kind of like the currency they have here, and 1.1k bamboo, and then also 56 gunpowder. As you progress through player imports, you'll unlock more of these sort of materials such as slate, and it goes to cherry wood, to jade, and then finally stainless steel. Stainless steel being the best, of course, which then allows you to upgrade your buildings to increase the benefits of it. The next interface has like 6 buttons on it, and it tells you quite a lot about your player import. I'm going to go on voyages first. This one just shows you all the voyages which are available to you for the day. You get new voyages every single day, so you want to make the most of it and try and do them all, because you will be able to do them all in a day, and that means you're going to be getting the most sort of materials possible. I will go into this screen later on, but that was just a really quick brief of what it does. The next is the upgrade buildings. So this is where the resources can come into play. This is where you can upgrade your buildings to improve the stats of it. As you can see here, if you just click on it, it will take you to upgrade bar, and it just says, if you have 1k stainless steel, or that's actually slate, sorry, if you have 1k slate and 600 bamboo, you can upgrade it to a renovated bar, which then says 3% chance to attracting higher quality captains and also 2% bonus chance to attracting adventurers. So once you've done this, there'll be a new one unlocked, and you can keep upgrading it to the very best, and it will increase your chances of doing all sorts of things. And if you click on these arrows, it will take you to the next sort of building, and again you can upgrade them and unlock new stuff. So for this one, it would be unlock an additional ship slot. If you do the tutorial, you'll unlock 2, as I have right here, and if you do this, then you're going to unlock another one, and then if you upgrade it again, of course you upgrade the last one, which is 4, and then as you can see, you can do it to all sorts of buildings at the player reports. But I'm not going to go through everyone. You can look at it yourself, but there is quite a few things you can upgrade, which is awesome. So it's definitely an update which is going to take a while to do, which is good, of course. You don't want to have an update and get it completed in the first week, but that is everything for the upgrade buildings. So the next button says crew roster. If you click on this, it will tell you all of the crew that you've currently got at your player import, and then to the right it shows the ones that you can actually hire. Again, I'm going to be going into this a little bit later, as that's when I need to tell you, but if you just close that and go to port management, this will pretty much tell you or show you the scrolls that can be unlocked from looting the islands and the sea and everything like that, to gain cool stuff. So as you can see, there's loads of new armor, Tetsu, Death Lotus and Sea Singer. These armors will take a while for you to get, because you need a load of scrolls to actually unlock them all, but I haven't got any of the scrolls yet, so I'm not really going to go into that too much. But I do know, as it says there, 0 of 4 pieces found. That means you're going to have to get 4 scrolls to unlock this one sort of main scroll, which is going to take a while, because I have not seen a scroll yet, and it's good though. That's going to take a while. I'm glad about that, and it goes for all the armors. So the other ones are sort of like little bonuses that you can have. If you actually go to your equipment screen, you might see a new icon up here. This is actually for all these scrimshaws. If I just put my mouse on the first one, it says chance to split a log as you chop it, converting the log into additional wood experience. This pretty much just gives you little bonuses throughout RuneScape, so that's pretty cool. Again, I have not seen any of these scrolls yet, so I'm not too sure how common they're going to be or how easy they are going to be to unlock. And then finally down here, it's just a new recipe for something called Rocktail Soup, which heals you 2,100 life points. A cool tip that not many people have actually sort of said in their videos is, if you actually left click on any of these scrolls, you'll see the square go around it. That pretty much focuses, when you put your ships out, it pretty much focuses to try and get this scroll or whatever one you have selected. So if I put it on this one, which is the Tetsu Lamina, which is the melee armor, the plate body, then they will try their best to try and find the scroll for that. So that's a really cool tip. If you want to go for something individually, say you want to go for Rocktail Soup, then you can just left click on that and let the ships go out and they try and find this one more than the rest of them. But I'm going to keep it on the Tetsu Lamina. stamina. If you click on the arrows, it will just this will show you all the islands you've unlocked. So there's 6 different islands. One of them is called the Ark, the other one's called the Skull. Obviously I haven't unlocked these islands yet, so I don't know what they're called, but you really want to just focus on the best one you can, so it goes from, you know, the lowest sort of island to the highest down here. I'm going to focus on the Skull because it has gunpowder, which is better materials. The more islands you unlock, the more like resources that you can get, and more sort of unique resources you can get. So up here, your first island is going to be mostly just bamboo, and as you unlock more islands, they're going to go down all the way to stainless steel. So that's a cool little tip there. And then that's everything for pretty much port management. Okay, so the next one is the shipyard. Again, like the other ones, I'm going to go into this a little bit later because this can be quite confusing if you look at it at the start, and I'm going to go through all of that at once with the other ones which I've skipped. And then finally the last one is the map. I don't know actually how to pronounce that, so I'm just going to call it the map. And if you click on it, it will just pretty much show you all the islands that you've unlocked. The islands that you should start out with would be this one over here. This is called the Ark, and then as you put more ships out, the percentage bar will go up, and once it hits 100 you unlock a new island. So that happened to me once, and I unlocked the new island up here, which is called the Skull, and you know, it's on 14% now to the next island, so that's pretty cool. You can also toggle off the clouds if you know they get in the way and you don't like them. And finally, the last panel of this massive navigation bar at the top shows you all the visitors that have come to your player in port. As you can see, they give sort of different types of activities that you can do. For example, the black market guy down here, he will actually sell you daily resources, so you can buy that from him, and it's really worth doing because, you know, it's not too expensive. You will actually have to pay, you know, real RuneScape gold to actually, you know, get the materials, but 193 gunpowder he's actually selling today, so that's a really good offer. I'm definitely going to be buying that. And then all the other visitors just tells you, for example this one as well, the captain for hire, Charlotte Bonnie. You know, you could hire her, you could look at her stats and see if she's worth actually hiring, and you know, find her. Usually she's in the pub in here, so you know, that's pretty cool. Find her pretty easy. Again, there's an assassin in here which I actually saw her in the pub, so you can talk to her and she'll do some cool activity which can unlock you some resources and some money. I'm not too sure, I've only done it once, but it's just worth talking to them and finding them at your player import. And then here's just a whaler. I think this guy's a captain, I'm not too sure, but like I said, you can just talk to them and see what they do. And then this down here is I'm not too sure really, I haven't actually unlocked any of this yet, but you know, if you do get that, then you can always look it up and see what they actually mean. Again, like player imports have only actually been out for 3 days now, so I'm going to do the best of my knowledge about everything, and you know, just try and help you out the most. Okay, and so for that gunpowder guy, the black market, if you want to know where he is, he's located at the northwest corner, so just run over here and you can right click him and go on view goods, and he'll just show you what he's currently selling for the day. So as we saw earlier, he's selling 193 gunpowder, so it's 400 coins each. You know, it can be quite a lot of money for someone who hasn't got too much. It's 77.2k for the whole lot, which I'm going to do because that is actually a really good offer. Usually if you're new to player imports, he'll just sell bamboo, and it is a little bit cheaper of course, but I do recommend, you know, buying as much of this as you can, because it's really going to help you out for that extra boost. So there we go, I've just bought 193 gunpowder, so if I hover over to my resources, my gunpowder has gone up to 249, which is really cool, and that's going to help me out a lot. So like I was saying about the bar, this is where all of your captains go, and you know, the better bar you have for upgrading, the more likely you're going to attract a decent captain to hire, you know, which is always cool. So definitely come here often and, you know, have a check who's here and who's not. And then here's the assassin which you can talk to, and she will give you some sort of activity, and you know, that's pretty cool. Well, she did for me the first time. And the barmaid's there, you can talk to her and she gives you some activities as well, which is, you know, pretty sweet. So that's everything really for the bar. And then the other main sort of building that is located at player import is the office. Here you can actually unlock more ships. If you upgrade this area, you can unlock the new ships like I said earlier, and it's definitely worth doing that because you want to have like the most amount of ships that you can, so you can bring in, you know, the most resources per hour or per day. So you know, definitely come in here, and this guy here, the partner here, just give you any sort of helpful tips. So if you are kind of stuck, then make sure you come to him, and you know, talk to him. So yeah, that's for the office. So probably by now you're wondering, you know, I want to put my ships out. What do I do? How do I get started? And everything like that. So first thing we want to do is go to the voyage button at the start. This is the one which I first clicked on, and I kind of skipped because I wanted to talk about it later. But now's the time. So as you can see, you've just got the standard voyages, and if you click on them, it will tell you sort of the aim of what you should have to complete it. So as you can see, if I put my mouse on this one, it changes to moral, and it's kind of saying to me you need 3k moral for the higher chance of, you know, succeeding. As you can see, I've only got 10% in the moral here, and the overall success of me actually completing this and getting the rewards, which is a new captain or a new trait for the captain, then I've got a 10% chance of doing it, so it's really not worth it. So what you can do is upgrade your ship to get a higher moral, but what I'm going to do for this example is a daring raid. So as you can see, it's changed to combat, so it's telling to me I need 1.6k combat, or just a fairly close enough number to that. So what you want to do is go over to edit ship, which is just located over here, and this new window will pop up. As you can see down there, it still has the percentage bar of what my aim is to 100%, and these new buttons have popped up. What you can do is actually click on them and change the sort of effects or the option of the ship to increase the stats of your boat. So it's telling me I need combat. So if you look down here, it actually has a load of stats saying moral, combat, seafaring, and speed. So the one I need to look at is combat. As you can see, this one has 0, so it's not good enough. This one has 100, so I'm definitely going to be using this one. So just all you've got to do is click on activate, which would be down here, and the number would actually go up. So if I actually go on a different one, you'll see the success rate has actually gone down because it has no combat stats on it. So I'm just going to put it onto combat for the sturdy ram, and it will go up. So there we go. And what you want to do is just do these for all of them. So I'm going to do them for all of them now. I'm going to click on deck items 1, and you just want to do the same things what you did for the first one. Is just try and find a sort of option which is benefiting your ship in terms of its aim. So mine is a combat, so if I click on the single cannon, obviously that's going to be related to combat, and it's got a 200 plus stat in it, so I'm definitely going to be using that. And when I click activate, the success rate will go up by a fair bit. So there we go, it's gone to 36%. All you want to do is just continue doing that for every single option on these buttons, and just sort of make it the highest success rate as you can. So as you can see, this one's got 150 combat. That one is actually the best one that I can actually do right now, so all I've got to do is just leave it. And then the rudder's up here. I'm just going to try and find one which is got combat on. If it doesn't have one on combat, then all you've got to do is choose the one which is the best. So obviously this one that I've selected has the highest speed, so you know, you really want to have the one the highest speed, because it's going to speed up the trips, because down here it shows you the duration of the actual the time it's going to take to actually go out there and come back. So this one is 1 hour and 10 minutes. If I chose one which with a lower speed, such as this one, if I activate it, the time will go up. I think the time only goes up once it's you know, put out, but still you want to be using the one with the higher speed, which is 450. So definitely use that to speed up the trip. As you can see, there's ones with like locked buttons on it. This is ones where I haven't actually got the materials to actually unlock it. So this one's saying it's cost 1,200 chimes and 300 slate, and the speed does go up to 650. Unfortunately, I haven't got the items as it's in red, but you know, definitely look out for that and try and upgrade it as soon as you can. If I go down to the bottom one, the speed is like amazing. It's at 1,800, but it does require a lot. But you know, that's that really. I'm just gonna have to keep, you know, taking out the ship and coming back with it to unlock some more items. So that's pretty much everything I can do for the ship. As you can see, it looks pretty beast with its cannons and the reinforced sort of hull of it. So the next thing you want to do is go onto your crew. You want to select the crew because that can also improve the success rate. So all you got to do is click on the plus button right in the middle, and it will pop up this menu. The first thing you want to do is select your captain. So as you can see, I'm just moving my mouse over and seeing which one has the highest combat. Definitely Kang Sharktooth has the highest combat, so if I just drag him over, the success rate will go up once I place him there. So there we go, it's gone to 62%, and you know, that's really cool. So what it will do now is just show you all the crew you've got in total. Again, just like what you did to the captain, you just want to find the ones with the highest combat. So usually them ones are in red. They've got all different colours. So the blue ones, the blue bandana people are good with seafaring. The red are good with combat, and the green are good with moral. But seeing as it's only going for combat, I've just got to drag in all of my red ones, and it will slowly go up like that. If you've got no other like red bandana people, then you just want to try and find other people which have got a fairly decent combat. So I'm just moving my mouse over and trying to find ones which have a fairly good combat. So this one has its 70, and also this guy has combat of 70. So if I drag him over and replace him with someone who hasn't really got a good combat stat, which is this guy, it has gone up to 94%. So that's pretty much the best sort of options I can have to put out my boat. Seeing as it has got a 94% success rate, that is pretty much definitely going to let me come back with all of the items, you know, which is good. So if I just go back to voyage list, the higher the success rate, the more likely that you're going to come back with the rewards, which is 120 chimes and 80 gunpowder. And as you can see, it's gone to 54 now, 54 minutes in the duration, because I upgraded the rudder, which is increasing the speed. So yeah, that's pretty much it. All you've got to do now is send the voyage out. There is actually one more thing you can do, which is add an effect, which will you know, as it says there, plus 10% on some of your stats, and also a few other things down here, but I really haven't used that too much because I haven't unlocked any apart from this one here. But you know, I don't really need to use it for this boat because it's just focusing on combat. So all you got to do now is send the voyage out, and that is pretty much it. If you then go to your ship button up here, it will show you the approximate time remaining, which is 54 minutes, and you've just got to wait for it to come back. And then once it is back, I will probably start recording again. But before I do that, you really want to, you know, use your next ship as well. So I've got another ship here. I'm going to do the exact same and, you know, buff it up and make sure it's all good for the right one, which I'm going to do, and I'll start recording once I've done that. Okay then, so I've just buffed up my my ship to its best possible chance of succeeding. I got up to 79%. It is a little bit lower than my other one because I set out all of my good people on the other boat. So you want to be careful who you put out and make sure you are, you know, actually equaling it out. So both ships that you can put out are you know, fairly good, but 79% should bring back the goods. If I go to my voyages, I am actually going for this one, which is 120 chimes and 80 gunpowder. I did actually use a effect as well because I thought, you know, this one has moral enabled, and you know, I had one here, so as it says active one and plus 10% for my moral, which is, you know, pretty good if you do get them. So I'll definitely use that. This one will be 52 minutes, so it's a little bit, you know, shorter than the other one, but they'll probably come back at the same time by now. So I'm just going to confirm it, and there we go, that ship is gone, and I've pretty much just got to wait for him to come back. What is worth doing now is just, like, you know, trying to upgrade your buildings and everything like that, or maybe even just going back in the real RuneScape world and, you know, training or doing something like that. But all I've got to do now is just wait for them to come back, and I'll start recording them. Okay then, so it's been 45 minutes and I'm back at my port. So what you want to do once your boats are back is head over to the shipyard. Usually when you do log into RuneScape, it will tell you that your ships are back, and you might not necessarily always see them when you do actually come back to the player import. But anyway, what you want to do is go to the shipyard here and just click on it, and this menu will pop up saying, you know, that the ship has returned. All you want to do is click get results, and it will say mission successful. Of course, this was the one which was like 93% or something like that, so I was pretty confident that I would actually get it to be successful. But all you want to do then is close it, and it will be added to your resource pile, and then it will just open up this menu again where you can, you know, put your boat out, and you pretty much just do the same as what you did before. You choose a voyage, or a special voyage I mean, and these ones usually have like higher up items, but they do require you know, a bit more sort of a higher requirement for them, you know, especially something like this. It needs like 4,000, so that's pretty insane, but the rewards are higher as well, so it all makes sense. But another thing I really didn't mention in the previous clips was the fact that you can use your resources to upgrade your ships. Obviously you want to do this so that you can you know, like I just showed you there, you can get to the big voyages and get some decent rewards, but you can just do that by going down here. As you can see, I can actually upgrade my deck items now because I have enough gunpowder. So all I could do is just click on buy, and it would increase it by a fair bit, which I probably will do. I will have a look at them all though and see which ones I will probably choose. But now for the other ship, this one returned as well because it was pretty much at the same time as the other one. So again, just click get results, and again this one was mission successful. You can also see that some of my crew actually leveled up, so some of their stats can be increased, which is always good, meaning that their stats can be higher and it will increase your chances of actually being successful. But again, just going to close it, and it has been added to my resources. But that's pretty much all you got to do. You just got to put your voyagers out again and keep upgrading your ship and also the buildings, and recruiting some members, and that's pretty much how player imports work. You're going to come across the scrolls now and then, so definitely try and do them. But my opinion of player imports is that it's an awesome update. I really do enjoy it, and the graphics look awesome. The whole sort of concept of it is great, and I really am having a good time. Like, honestly, this is an update which is just generally amazing. It really is quite fun. But that's going to be everything for this guide. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. It really will help me. It does take quite a long time for me to actually sort of make these guides, and also subscribe for more. When I put out my recent videos of any of the recent updates or anything like that for some guides, then if you're subscribed, you'll be the first to see it. So make sure you do click on the subscribe button. That'd be awesome. But yeah, that's going to be everything for this guide, guys. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.